room right behind us, ma'am. But you're welcome to mingle and get you some coffee down there. You're welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to Vision North Texas. We have about 170 community leaders, civic leaders from a 16-county area in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and they will be addressing transportation and housing and working issues for those that live in North Texas.
Great planning provides a great forum, and we have a great forum today. But it's the participants, it's you, that are going to make this a great event.
Visioning exercises have now taken place in Los Angeles, Chicago, Vision Utah I mentioned in Salt Lake, Boston, San Diego, Washington, D.C. It's really catching hold. You guys are still ahead of the pack, but it has been something that's taking hold around the country, and it makes so much sense. I mean, what we're simply saying is, let's plan the growth for our future.
Our challenge to you this morning is to see whether you and the folks in your group can create a more successful and more sustainable region than the one that's depicted in the display in the lobby.
The western part of
Leonard, you got any particular feelings about growth strategies?
Well, we got to change the way we're doing it. We got to get densities up dramatically. We got to maximize locations.
I think the mixed-use projects are very important, where you live, work, and play in central areas.
We need to look at other areas that maybe need to have additional areas of growth that have stalled, like southern Dallas County.
You know, we might be a little idealistic to think that, you know, we could simply say, I want to live in this great, wonderful place because it's there. When there's this reality, this underlying reality, which is, well, if I can possibly live there, that'd be great, but my job's over here.
People will pick a place to live even though they work across the Metroplex. I'm amazed at the people who are commuting from Dallas to Fort Worth and vice versa.
I really didn't hear anything, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that would sway us from that initial idea of quality and efficiency as a theme. Are we okay with that? Quality and efficiency.
You want to set that in downtown?
Yeah. How many people is that? One Lego of jobs matches a household. That's assuming a household.
No, we want to be impressive, so we want to put these in top. See,
we wouldn't have did that.
We put 400,000 folks downtown, so we can come back.
It's been really interesting because we have people from all over the Metroplex discussing, you know, what roles or how the city is going to be developing, and so everybody has a different expertise from wherever they're from, and so have a lot of input about what they predict the growth in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is going to be like over the next 25 years.
What this project highlighted to me was the challenges the region faces, where at least we're aware of it now, so we'll be better postured, all of us in the region, to handle it in the years to come.
This is really a tremendously well-organized event, and I can see that the folks who are here are from all different places in the community. Public, private, nonprofit. I've met a lot of really interesting folks here. You know, whether you guys know it or not, some of the most stunning examples of great urbanism are coming up here.
First, I think people were able to see quite vividly through the exercise that the land use issues and the transportation issues and the environmental issues that we were discussing are all interrelated.
Right now, our annual cost of congestion is about $5.3 billion. The annual cost of congestion, after we spend about $50 billion on the roadway and transit system over the next 25 years, is going to be around $11 billion. If we wanted to have the same congestion levels in 25 years that we have right now, we would have to get ourselves to a point of spending $100 billion on transportation, rail, roadway, freight rail, the whole shooting match, over the next 25 years.
We're ready to move into hearing the reports from the groups, and I'm going to ask the representative of each group to briefly describe that headline and any other key points, and we're going to try to keep this concise, so I'm going to ask each group to spend only about 2 to 3 minutes.
Our headline, Growing the Best, Preserving the Rest. It's all about marketing.
We felt like that we could do the most good in terms of improving quality of life in a livable city by focusing on emerging new growth centers through transit-oriented development.
And we focused down to quality places and efficient growth.
We wanted to invest more in the already established urban centers, the downtowns, basically Fort Worth and Dallas, and the urban centers in between.
And focusing primarily on quality development, which really gets back to creating good people places.
Our final segment of this afternoon session is geared to, again, have you help us understand what's important, what you're interested in, and where we should go from here. And in this next section, we're going to be using those keypads that were handed out a little bit earlier. How well do you think today's scenarios reflect the choices that our region has? You might think that they are a good reflection and a realistic range of choices we have. You might think that we need choices that are even more dramatic change from the forecast. Or you might think these are not realistic. So vote with your keypad. Okay. Half of you think that these are choices that are a good reflection of the realistic range, and 40% want to go even further. So that's an exciting result. That gives us a good challenge.
This was a great work session, I think, as elected official of Flower Mound. It gave me an opportunity to sit down with architects, designers, planners, and other elected officials. And once you put the Legos on the table, if I might say Legos, it was a great opportunity to really realize what we have to look at when it comes to transportation needs.
I felt the exercise was very helpful to me to focus on where our mixed-use growth was going to occur, where our jobs were going to be located, where the new residential development was going to occur, and how we balance both of those.
I met some people I didn't know, some people from Fort Worth and all, and it's very helpful because you get their perspective on it, a developer versus like myself, a mayor. We have different perspectives, so I think it'd be very helpful. And the next step in the process, obviously, is to take all these different ideas and mold it into some type of unified vision for the whole Metroplex.